Seriously, what?
It was lust at first sight. Wow. I told you my name, huh?
They know you like to go on cruises.
Yes.
Right?
Love cruising. And you know I love Disney. All things Disney.
With DVC members.
Oh yeah, we're DVC members with Disney Vacation Club. I love staying at Disney.
Yeah.
Staying at the different resorts.
I don't want to turn it into a DVC commercial, but
Since we're talking about it. The differences between the both of us. I'm cheap. Or frugal.
yeah.
He's not.
I'm not.
He
I don't like doing the bills.
doesn't like doing the bills. He just wants to make sure everything is taken care of. I don't like to cook. Do you like to cook? You cook, but you don't.
I mean, no. I
You
don't.
cook, but
Definitely not since the
what?
since we had to do it for the kids all those years.
Yeah, we used to take
Kinda
turns.
over that.
We used to take turns when the kids were small. I would cook on like Monday and Wednesday. He would cook on Tuesday and Thursday, and then we would eat out Friday and Saturday. And then we usually probably go to my mom's house for on Sunday. But I don't like to cook. Like all of this, that was a lot.
I mean, I cook out of necessity,
Yeah,
but definitely not because I want to.
yeah. Kiana likes to cook. Like she'll stay in the kitchen all day.
The kids love to cook.
Yeah, they'll cook.
I mean, since we taught them at a young age how
Yeah.
to cook, so they cook now. But yeah, I'm over the
cooking.
Well, the cooking, and I'm over the large,
Portions.
like the large meals like Thanksgiving.
Oh, you're over there, yeah.
I
You don't want to do that no more, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I would rather do a chef's tasting, or eat at a really good restaurant as opposed to eating just a lot of food.
And then you have leftovers though. Like, you know how you want to wake up the next morning?
Yeah, you do. We had some pretty good leftovers from some restaurants. So I mean, you're just not gonna have gobs and gobs of food, but you know, I don't eat leftovers past
Oh yeah.
a few days, a couple days. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. The next day is pretty much it for me. That's about as far as I'm gonna go on the leftovers.
Yeah.
To do a video, but she don't know what she's doing.
Yes, I do.
You know. Here we go.
Look at her struggling. Look at her struggling.
Oh, you just upset me. All right,
Okay,
wait a
look.
minute. Where?
See, she don't know what she
I
done.
know, I
Tell
can
you.
turn it
She don't know
around.
what
That's
she
what it
doing.
was.
Talk to
Wait a
this
minute.
one, Margaret. It's a wrap because you can't do yours.
Oh, okay.
Say hi, everybody.
See, she
Tell me what a joy it's been to work with me.
well, it has been, but she has a potty mouth, you know.
Going there. Town business, East Mount Mall.
That's right. Toby.
That's right, Whitefront, Montgomery Ward.
73rd.
That's right, what? East 14th Street, International Boulevard, MacArthur Boulevard.
Club
What?
Mahogany.
What?
Foothill Boulevard. Foothill Square.
That's right, town business. Satisfied, let's do that.
Hey.
Yeah. My beautiful queen.
Do that, do that, do that,
Beautiful queen. Go beautiful
do that,
queen.
do that, do that.
This is Dr. Summer. I wanted to give you some background of my relationship and how I know, it's not a relationship, but how I know Lady L and Queen T. Let's start with Queen T. I met Queen T in Hollywood, and she's been a friend of mine ever since. If you go way back years in some of the videos, go back to YouTube, you will see some conversations that I had with Queen T years and years and years ago. Now, when it comes to Lady L, the way I know Lady L, I worked at Soul Beat Television in Oakland back in the very early 90s. I worked personally with Chuck Johnson, but so did Linnell, but she had a closer business relationship with Chuck Johnson than I did. Way back in the early 90s, he was very health conscious, and he only ate fish, and Linnell was able to accommodate his very unique style of eating. And she would come out of the office and just take care of all of his needs, and she was I just found her to be just enlightening ever since I met her way back in the early 90s when I worked at Soul Beat. And I have to say, working at Soul Beat was one of the best jobs that I've had in my life, independent of one of my first ones, which was McDonald's as a teenager. But I learned so much from Chuck Johnson, and that's when I got into my career. So, this is Dr. Summer, just giving you a little bit of background info, and I highly respect these two ladies.
The end of the day, just getting in. Went to my second job today, also after I left the business. But I'll get back to that later, but I have a good story. So, last night, I was kind of in a deal, and I didn't go to bed till like 3. And then I had to be up by 7. So, around 4, that's when I started talking to God. Because I didn't want to wake up in a deal. I wanted yesterday to stay in yesterday. So anyway, I got to have good spirits, good, listen to my little music, meditating, and talking to God all morning. Didn't let the traffic trip me up or anything. I drove around for like 45 minutes looking for a park. So I said, okay, this is going to be crowded today. Anyway, it wasn't. It was for the farmer's market. So anyway, I'm in there, and I'm doing my little thing, and you know, the businesses are having challenges again because of the mandated stuff and things like that. So I'm not going to waste energy on moaning and groaning about how bad business is and stuff. I'm just grateful that I have my business. And me, it's like when things get tough, the tough gets going. And so I'm rebuilding and revamping again to keep my business and to build my brand. So I'm working on a website now so that people can shop online and then get my barcode, which things that should, the way that the world is going anyway, that's how it should be. So, and trust me, that is more than a challenge for me. But anyway, I'm pressing my way. So I'm in my space. Today was a Ceravon and no appointer day, and revamping the little salon so that I can take pictures and stuff. So keep my little attitude good going. So this black couple comes over. You'll see them on the picture. This black couple comes over, and they've got matching T-shirts that says it's their anniversary or something. They said, we just have to come over here. First of all, we heard your music. And we just had to come over here because we saw the Bronner Brothers sign. And both of us said Bronner Brothers. So we came over here to see if you was the real Bronner Brothers or if you was fake. Because we're from Atlanta. And it's only one Bronner Brothers. And it's like, we just started talking and stuff. And it made me feel so, so good. Because, when God gives you a vision, He only gives it to you. And you just have to trust and obey. And so even when the naysayers aren't saying anything, that's kind of scary too. So you just have to stay on your path. And they were so excited that Bronner Brothers was in Hawaii. And that just was even more confirmation for me. Just that little boom that I needed. They were saying, oh my God, we can't wait to get back home and tell the people we can wait to Hawaii. And we saw Bronner Brothers in Hawaii. And that speaks volumes. It speaks volumes to what I believe in. It speaks volumes into the company that I represent, and that I'm doing the right thing. And the lady said, I'm so glad that we came in here. She said, we're in Hawaii and we love it, but that we were being represented in here. She said, that made me feel so good. She said, I'm looking around. She said, your whole thing is just so nice. And I'm just glad that we're being represented and being represented correct and right. She said, and I just can't wait to get back home and tell people. And of course, they support it. And that was just a really, really good feeling. And so then, yes, I went to my second job because right now, like I said, businesses are being challenged. So I have to get a second job in order for me to make it. So until my business can support itself. And I just don't want to be, I'm in a struggle. So anyway, but that's okay because it's about me and what I need to do for me and nobody else. So, and I'm single, and so it's just like the one income trying to split it into two and all that. So anyway, I'm excited about it. So I went to my first day at my job, my second job, and it was cool. And life is good. Life is good. And they say that if